Hola, bienvenido a mi canal. I am back, guys, with this look, and I am going to be using another Pat McGrath palette, but this time we're going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs in Bronze Temptation, which looks like this. This is one of the holiday palettes, and it was gifted to me because I'm such a hard-working little bee, that's why. And I wanted to use it because I really thought it was pretty. It's one of those palettes that I've always wanted to use, and I'm really dying to use the green shade, but I am going to my niece's birthday party today, and there's no room for that green shadow today. So instead, I did something that's a little bit more wearable and pretty and soft, and I think it is a nice alternative to a really like intense holiday look. So let's just say this is a preview of what's to come. If you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then let's go. All right, guys, so today we're just gonna be getting ready. Today is my niece's birthday party, so we can't go like crazy glam, but we can do just a little bit. I am using Laying Low Paint Pot by MAC. I actually already applied this. This is what I have on as my eye base. I'm going to show you guys a palette. This was actually gifted to me. This is the, I think it's a bronze, Sublime Bronze Temptation. Guys, I had such a hard time getting this palette because when it first arrived, it was broken. The green shade was broken, which is really the shade that makes, I think, this palette beautiful. And I ended up giving it to one of my really good friends, Patty, because I knew that she would use every color in here and she probably would never use the green one. So she's been enjoying it. I've noticed she's been wearing it and it looks really good. And I contacted Sephora. They sent me a new one. The green was broken again. I contacted them and they said, you should probably just go get it at your local Sephora. They told me where it was available and it was all sold out. I called all of the stores and it was gone. So I sent it back and I'm like, let me try one more time. So it was reshipped. I sent the broken one back. And finally, third time's a charm for sure. I use Studio Fix to set my base, by the way. It just took forever. So I finally have it. She's beautiful. I haven't really played with it. I put the green on for sure because that's the color. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. So I'm going to take the warm brown shade in this, which is called Burning Desire, right? Yeah, Burning Desire. It's this beautiful caramel shade using the same brush. This is a Smith 232. And I'm just going to place this in the crease. And I may have to excuse myself to go let my little nugget run around or see what he wants. He's sick again, and man, is it rough. He's so clingy, and he just wants mama, which is sweet. And I always just tell myself, like, you know, there will be a day where he won't want me anymore, or he won't want me to hold him or, you know, baby him. Not baby him, but, you know, cuddle him. And right now, let me tell you guys, he is my cuddle buddy. Any chance he gets, he's always like tossing and turning between my husband and I. But he just kind of rolls in and just spoons me. He's the little spoon, clearly. But it's so sweet. I'm like, So I'm going to enjoy it and take it for what it is. The other thing is when he's not sick, he's just all over the place. He's super, super active. I'm going to go in with, what color is this? Dark Paradise, which is that shade right there. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to put this color on the outer corner. There's nothing wrong with him right now. He just wants me to go get him. He wants me to be with him all the time. I'm gonna grab a different brush and pack this in just a little bit more so that it's a little bit more precise. This is just going to basically act as our base for deepening it. So I went in with the caramel shade. I'm taking a really light application of the darker shade and kind of buffing it out, and then that way when I use a more packed and dense brush, it's going to give me just like a really soft blown and blended out look. So let me switch brushes. Alright guys, so now I'm taking a 235, which is just a little bit more dense, and I'm going to go in with the dark shade again, which is Dark Paradise, and I'm going to just apply that to the outer corner. And then I'm also going to bring whatever's left over into the crease. I'm going to take a 224 by MAC, and I'm going to go in with that caramel shade again and then just really buff the crease color out so that it's nice and blended and you can't see any separation. I like it, I like it, I like it. So I'm going to take some more of that dark shade and I'm just patting it. Again, I need to really blend the inner top lid because as you guys can see, I have a little bit of a fold. So I always have just patchiness there. So I'm going to take the color Celestial, which is this bottom shade right here. Really, if you turn if you have it this way, it's the top color. And I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to use that on the inner part of my lid. Wow. This has got to be the color that my friend's been using all over her lid. She's much lighter than I am. And it always just looks, her lid looks really pretty and sparkly, but you really can't detect the color. So this has got to be it. I feel like that's her look. When I met her and when she first like really started wearing makeup, that's what she would always wear, is like a really like shiny lid, and it always looks so pretty on her. And I'm like, I wish I had a color that looked like that on my lid, just like really pretty wet sparkle. Nope, this caramelita does not have that. All right, I'm gonna go back in with this fluffy Smith brush, a 232, and I'm taking that caramel shade and I'm just going to lightly dust it all over the lid. And we're just doing this to neutralize that silvery color a little and then also blend everything so it looks really seamless. I'm taking whatever's left over on my finger to just kind of brighten it a little bit. Again, I don't want it to be like super obvious, but I also want a little bit of glam. So I'm going to move into concealer, and I've been using this Cover FX Power Play concealer in G Medium 3. I also have G Medium 2, but I feel like the 3, because it's a little bit darker, does a better job at concealing. And if I want more of a brightening effect, then I'll go in with G2. And I thought this wand was going to be like really weird, because any reviews I've heard, people are always talking about like the wand and how weird it is. I'm just going to pull my hair back. They're always talking about how like weird it is, and like they never complain about the actual application, but you know, it just made me feel like it may not do a great job. I am going to take this MAC Hyper Real Foundation in Rose Gold, and I'm going to put that on my little lid. I wish this had a pump. I should see if one of my MAC pumps works on it, because I hate that it always just spills out and you get more than you need. And I'm going to mix that with my Bobbi Brown Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear in 3.05. I have the 3.0, I think, too. But I like, what do I have here? The 4.5. Really? 4.5 looks way lighter, but okay. Oh, I lied. This is Smashbox. My bad. My bad. Okay, so I'm gonna mix these together. Maybe I should. This I know for sure is too dark for me. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this Bobby Brown, and the shade is 4.5. I like the way it smells. It smells really like earthy. And I'm gonna mix this so that it lightens it. It's not lightening it enough. All right, guys, we're gonna make it work. I like to look a little darker anyway. I'm gonna take my beauty blender. So I like to use, I'm a big Bath and Body Works candle girl. And I always take their lids and I use that for my foundation mixing. I have been mixing foundation like no other, especially like it started with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I told you guys I had a really hard time making that work, and I'm like, all right, I'm not returning it. I am going to find a way to mix it and make it look better, and I did, and I'm pleased with it. But again, I probably wouldn't repurchase it because then I'm purchasing it essentially to mix it. I'm going to take the pointing side and blend this concealer out. Alright guys, so today I'm going to take this Studio Fix powder in NC40 and this Sonia-Kashuk large powder brush, and I'm going to use this to set my makeup. And by using a large powder brush, you're not getting a heavy coverage. You're just, it's just like using the Laura Mercier powder. You're getting a little bit of coverage, but mostly just setting. I feel like my skin has been looking bad lately. Like my foundations aren't staying. They don't wear as long. So I am going to prime my eyelashes with the Dior 3D Maximizer, which I need to pick up some, like at least 2 more of these with my additional discount because I love this stuff. And for my mascara, I'm going to be using the Milk Kush mascara. And I have to say, I like it. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I do like it, but I also feel like it flakes off easily. Like I can see it, so that drives me nuts. I don't know what it is about the formula, but I was just talking to my husband's cousin, and she also works for Sephora, and she said NARS does the same thing for her. And honestly, I haven't tried NARS, the new NARS one, so I don't know, but I'm worried about it. I don't know if I told you guys, but the Sephora collection came out with a lash primer, and it is really good. I prefer this one over the Sephora one only because this one curls my lashes. I have really like straight lashes, and this one actually curls them. Even if I use a lash curler, it doesn't hold, but this holds my curl. Like this will hold this lash up, which is why I really love it. But I love the Sephora one also. Sorry, I needed to put my hair down before I lose my curl. I find that if I use the Sephora one, I get volume and length, but it doesn't hold my curl. So if I really want to curl on my lashes, then I use this, but I'm not opposed to using the Sephora one. I do really enjoy it. And if you have naturally curly lashes, or if you have, you know, you don't have an issue with your lashes holding curl, I would definitely encourage you to try the Sephora primer. I really enjoy using a primer. Look at this. I really enjoy using a primer because I feel like it protects my lashes from the mascara, And also, I find that my mascaras tend to wear better. I love mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows and mascara, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so I forgot my eyebrows. I'm back with eyebrows. In my waterline, I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs, what is this called? Glitz Blitz liner. I don't want to do anything really dark or heavy on my lower lash line because again, this is a kid party and I'm not trying to go for like a smoky eye, but I also want a little something in my waterline. And because I have mascara on the lower lash line, it really balances it out so it looks like I have a little something, but it's not necessarily super heavy. All right, Mama is really liking this look. For my bronzer, I'm actually gonna do a little bit of, I would say, I wouldn't call it contouring, I would call it just a little bit of definition with my Tantastic bronzer and of course my Becca freaking awesome brush. And I'm just going to lightly buff this into my skin. But as I'm defining the cheekbone, like you guys can see, it looks a little bit slimmer, not so round. I'm also blending up, so that way that's what kind of creates this really bronzed effect without it looking like I have on a contour shade, because I want to just keep it light. All right, for my lips, I think I'm gonna go a little ham. Am I gonna go a little ham? No. For my lips, I'm going to be using this Dior Addict lipstick in the shade Artsy, which is just a really pretty pink. No. I don't like the way it looks with the eye look. We're going back to the drawing board. So for my blush, I'm going to be using this Wild Honey blush by Becca. This NARS brush. And I don't think I'm going to use highlighter today. I think I'm going to skip out on the highlighter. For my lips, I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs lip gloss. And this is part of the holiday collection. It's really pretty. And I think I'm just going to keep it simple. Alright guys, so here is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what holiday looks are inspiring you guys down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.